Hey everyone, this is the Flourysh 5, where you get to know and love Black-owned brands right here on Flourysh. And with me now is the CEO of Yoro Beverages, Robert. Welcome.
Thank you for having me today.
Well, you got me like right away. I mean, before I even looked at the ingredients of this drink, because this is what we're all looking for, okay? This tagline. We are changing the way Americans get through the day by giving them the power to adapt to the ebbs and flows of everyday life. Like, where is this at? How do I get in this? So tell me, how does your beverage, how does Yoro help people do that?
Absolutely. So when we designed Yoro as an extension, and Cadera Brands is the parent company, we wanted to create a all-day solution. So meeting you at the three most important parts of the day. With Surge, with energy, so it gives you that jolt of energy without crash because of 1 gram of sugar. Surf, which is that midday boost and provides clarity with cognitive function and adrenal support. And we're working on a sleep aid, which is going to be released later this year.
Wonderful. So it's essentially an energy drink.
It's an extension. So we aid in energy, not in the with Surge more intentionally with the panax, ginseng, and guarana, but using adaptogens and nootropics to meet you at need states. So aiding energy and creating energy through using adaptogens. Yes.
Okay. You're going to have to give me the layman's term, beginner language.
Absolutely.
Say that again. Just like I'm 4 years old.
Yeah. You have Surge right here. So Surge has energy creating adaptogens, panax, ginseng, guarana. So they aid in energy. That gives you 85 milligrams of natural caffeine. And then we have Surf,
yes,
which has rhodiola, rosea, and B12. That aids in providing more cognitive function. So that goes back to layer. So you have from 2 to 5, you have a window of so many decisions that you can make cognitively. And by making decisions, you drain your adrenals, your B vitamins. And what we're doing is helping replace those B vitamins and adrenals and kind of keeping you to stay in that pocket. So providing clarity.
Yes. Well, tell me about your background. You bring a lot of science and, understanding of the body to the beverage industry. Where did you get that experience from?
So we take a science approach to everything that we do. So qualitative, quantitative, and research focused. And so a lot of that comes from my chief development officer, Dr. Michael Alea, was a wellness director with Walmart, a USD fellow as well, and a pharmacist. And so we sit down and we go to what's the need of the need of the end user, and how do we create that and proliferate that that offering and speak to that need.
Wonderful. Yes. It's so clear when you talk about your product, you're coming from that background. Tell us about your customers. What's some of the feedback? Are you getting real results from people who are buying this and feeling like they really are getting that boost of energy you say this drink gives them?
Absolutely. So my background is in hospitality and winemaking and food and beverage. And so many hospitality workers, they consume a number of energy drinks to kind of stay that 8 to 9 window, 10-hour window of time to stay at their best and peak performance. And using adaptogens to create an offering that keeps them at their optimal levels. Yeah. I've seen time and time again, a number of restaurant workers, whether it be back of house, line cooks, chefs, or front of house, as well as people day to day that have long amounts of stressful hours working. That keeps them in their best state possible.
And that actually brings me to my last question, because I feel like so many of us, we rely on coffee to do what you're saying. And so tell me, convince this coffee lover why dropping my coffee and picking up these beautiful, show us the case again. The bottles are gorgeous. The designs are wonderful. Way better than my coffee mug, right? Why should I be the wave and maybe replace a coffee with one of your drinks?
So coffee, what it does is speaks to caffeine and it's a diuretic. So it dehydrates you. It pulls from you constantly to where you dehydrate yourself. The other part of it, and what Bulletproof did, was add MCT oil to coffee. So you need the cognitive function to support the caffeine, and your body can only consume up to so many amounts of caffeine per day, amounts of total caffeine per day. So you kind of have what ends up being a placebo effect, which I found working with Sederi Winery in 2016, where kind of this came together. We would drink 2 to 3 pots of coffee, but we were realizing we didn't really do anything. It was more of a placebo effect.
Whoa, you just called out. I mean, that is so true. I would often ask myself, like, is it the habit of me going to get this that is it, that, you know, that it's waking me up, or is it the actual coffee? Because after a while, I was like, is this even working? It tastes all right, but is it working? So that's why you're saying your drink has a sustains itself, you know, for long hours. And like every day, right? Like it won't lose its impact over time, is what you're saying?
Yes. And then also, most people get tired of the coffee taste. So more often than not, you can only consume so much amount of coffee desirably. It's just like the law of diminishing return. If you like ice cream, you can only have so many cups of ice cream before you just get tired of it altogether.
Oh my gosh. Well, okay. I have last question is about the taste, because you brought up taste. And so, with only 1 gram of sugar, you know, a lot of these energy drinks have a lot of sugar. That's why they taste good. How do you manage to get your drink to taste good?
It's palate first. Coming from a beverage background and working with a number of companies in the alcohol space, working in wineries, palate is the first thing that comes to any beverage. And if the palate is not good and I can't justify it for you to try it and like it, enjoy it, then there's no reason to make it. And so the palate has to come first. And we use the focus group to really hone in on it, on the palate, ensure desirability, and using consumer insights to hone in on that market to ensure that they would like it as well.
Okay, so other people are drinking this and like it. There's proof that it tastes good on top of all the benefits. Well, we are just so glad to have you on Flourysh and to bring this science-backed, research-based energy drink to our platform. So I want to officially welcome you to the family.
Thank you. I'm glad to be a part of it and extremely excited for what's to come.
Yes.
You stay on your road, man. You stay on your path. Eventually, things will begin to flourish for you.
Flourishing.
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 Flourishing and doing well.